Okay, the next is Async Pipes. The async pipe subscribes to an observable allow promise and returns the latest value it has emitted. When a new value is emitted, the async pipe marks that component to be checked for changes. When the component gets destroyed, the async pipe unsubscribes automatically to avoid potential memory leaks. Here, in example, we have subscribed the message observable. When observable emits new value, it renders on the page. Well, the next is pure versus impure pipes. Pure pipes in Angular are pipes that executes when it detects a pure change in the input value. Pure change means change in either primitive value such as string, number, boolean or symbol, or change in object reference. So here in our example, age pipe returns age from user object, but if user's age is changed, pipe will not transform new value because the reference of the object is not changed here. So to make this situation correct, we need to implement impure pipes. So whenever the property of user whenever the age is changed from the user object, it will transform the value of user's age correctly. We make the pipes impure using this pure property to the false in pipe decorator. Okay, then next is a dependency injection. So DI means dependency injection is wired into the Angular framework and allows classes to configure dependencies that they need. The DI works with those classes which are decorated, such as components, directives, pipes, and injectable. There are two main roles in a DI pattern. That's a dependency consumer and the dependency provider. Okay, so here we have created this hero service dependency using this injectable decorator. Yeah, and here we have provided that dependency to this component using this provider's properties, and we have added this dependency hero service to this component. Also, we can provide this dependency in an ng module for that whole module using this provider's properties. And there is a third way that how we can provide the dependency, like in this way. While creating the dependency, we will add this provider in property and its value would be the root. So this dependency will available in a root module. So we have seen that how to create a dependency and how to provide that dependency to consume. The next is we'll see how to consume that dependency in a consumer. Like here in our hero list component, we have injected this hero service in the components constructor method like this. Okay, so the next is AOT versus JIT. In Angular, the components and templates provided by the Angular cannot understood by the browser directly. An Angular application requires a compilation process before they can run into the browser. So there are two types of compilation process. One is AOT and the second is a JIT. So AOT means ahead of time and the JIT is a just in time. So the AOT converts your Angular, HTML and TypeScript code into the efficient JavaScript code during the build phase before the browser downloads and runs that code. And the JIT compiler Just-in-time compiler compiles each file separately and it's mostly compiled in the browser. And the next difference is AOT happens in a three-phase. One is code analysis, second is code generation, and three is a template type checking. Then the AOT compilation only happens once and the JIT compilation happens on each request. Then in AOT, loading in AOT is much quicker than the JIT, and the loading in JIT is slower than the AOT. The AOT is suitable for production mode and the JIT is suitable for development mode. In AOT you can catch template binding error at build time, and the JIT you can catch template binding error at display time. Okay, so the next is change detection theory of Angular. The change detection mechanism detects data changes in application and re-renders the views. This way Angular makes sure that the component and the view always in sync. Changes occur in different occasions from different events such as keyboard events, mouse events, JavaScript functions, network requests. So the Angular provides its own change detector to each component. The change detector reads the binding on template and reflects the updated data to the view. Angular provides change detection on all components from top to the bottom whenever something triggers a change in your app. There are two Angular change detection strategies. One is default and the second is on push. So the default strategy, when we use the default strategy, change detection runs on any change in any model property. Angular will run change detection traversing a component tree to update the DOM. And when we use on push strategy, change detection runs only when a new reference for object or value for new value for primitives is being passed to the component.